What we're looking at here is a couple of problems, but I'm going to talk about the problem that I see right now. And that, of course, would be a 2x4 running across the bottom of the door, which gives me the thought that they might have a problem with the gutter downspout there. If you look at it, you can see that it is draining right up against the curb. It looks like it's, I don't know how much water is coming out of this drain, out of the gutter downspout, but it looks like it's enough to actually create a problem for the door. So we have the 2x4 on the bottom, and we also have what looks to be like routed out door hinges on the door jamb, which tells us that this door actually used to open out, which provides us with a possible problem that just maybe the bottom of the door got rotted. Again, I'm just making an assumption, but we can tell that there is a water problem. We have a 2x4 at the bottom. We have a gutter downspout that's draining up against a curb. And of course, we have what appears to be a door that has been replaced at one time for whatever reason. Now, here's where I think the water problem is coming from, and that would be the downspouts just dumping up against the curb there when it actually should be going over it. It could just come down here and then put it right into the street, which you would assume would be going safely away. But if that's not the case, it could always drain to the other side of the door. So depending upon which way the site drainage is set up, which I highly doubt that this would be the case here. I would imagine that the water from the concrete sidewalks are actually going to be draining out into the street and then draining safely away to the city or municipal water collection drainage area. Now, I understand this right here might work, and if it does, great. If you put the 2x4 down and you don't have a problem anymore, then you've probably solved your problem. Great. If it doesn't, then of course the downspout will need to be relocated. But let's not forget, a lot of times when I'm looking at a problem, I'm making assumptions. And I did that. I made an assumption that the door was damaged in this case and needed to be replaced. That there's a water problem because there's a 2x4 down there. Who knows? Maybe there are other problems. But I'd also like to take it one step further. Maybe the downspout, if it did drain into the street, maybe it drained in there at one time, this could have created another problem. And this is why they're relocating the water or trying to relocate some of the water. So again, a simple fix to a problem, looking at this problem might have already been made, and then you'd be going back to the original problem. So let's not forget about that also. So when you're looking at a problem like this, you really do need to try and cover all of the possibilities and try and come up with all of the possible solutions, what's going to work the best, and then of course use the one that you think is going to work the best. Couple of bonus things here. The hose bib probably isn't this isn't the best location over a gas meter. I mean, let's face it, if this hose bib leaks or if somebody's using a hose that leaks, you're going to be putting some additional water on top of these products made out of metal, which could end up rusting. So that's not a great idea. And of course, the dent in the building, the damage to the downspout tells us that they have other problems, maybe some vehicles, since it's next to a street. Someone's backed up into the building a couple of times, squashed the downspout, and who knows what happened to the upper areas of the downspout. That's hard to imagine. Maybe just someone pushing it with their hand, vandalism, who knows. But these are additional problems that need to be addressed. You don't want someone backing up into your building. You might need to put some type of metal railing, attach it to the building, so if a car does hit it, it's going to hit the railing instead of the building. You again, this is extra money you're going to have to invest in the property to prevent other things from happening, but sometimes it could be well worth it.